Welcome back to the Intersint podcast. Just like Shaquille O'Neal running down court, slam dunking that ball into the hoop and shattering the rim, this is going to be a slam dunk episode of a podcast. This is episode 34. How do you like that one for an intro?
Considering you're not a sports person at all, what the fuck?
Shaquille O'Neal is number 34 on the Lakers. So episode, see the tie? See the tie?
Wow.
I'm taking no credit for this. I Googled famous athletes with the number 34 right before we started.
Wow.
You were saying about Michael Jordan maybe being 34. We looked at that. That was wrong.
Yeah, that's 23 and 45.
I'm like, I need something to start this now. And I'm like, you already started the athlete train of thought. So I'm just going to stay on this and go with it. And does Shaquille O'Neal slam dunk the ball? I don't know.
You're asking the wrong person.
We need a basketball fan.
Fact check us.
we need a fan or a sports watcher.
Sports watcher.
Who's like also in the call and they're just providing us the facts as we get them wrong. Sports.
Yay.
But anyways, how are you? How do you like that intro?
I am very impressed. Were you a sports kid or no?
No. Well, no with an asterisk mark on it.
Explain.
So I was never the person to sign up for sports. I never played basketball, never played football.
Mm-hmm.
But like during gym or phys ed, if we played hockey, I was very good at hockey when we did it in there.
What did you call it?
Phys ed?
You never called it PE.
That too. We called it gym, and then after I said gym, I realized, oh, people call it the other thing, and I couldn't think of the PE part, so I just said the longer form.
Okay.
So I was really good at hockey when we played it in that. If I just played like pickup basketball outside, I was decent at that, but just at that level, I was never let's actually play for real.
Aw.
How about you?
Not really. I did 2 years of tennis.
Oh yeah, you did. I forgot about that.
So junior and senior year of high school, I did tennis. They'd bus us around to like different schools to play games.
Ah.
And I remember this one time, like, I forget what city, but I think it was like Arlington or something.
Mm-hmm.
And the game went on for so long because it was just like different teams.
Oh, so it wasn't just you versus them.
So like it was like first singles, second singles, yeah,
Okay.
first doubles, second doubles.
Okay.
And so like we'd have to wait for everybody to finish up their games. And by that time it was like at 7 p.m., 8 p.m. at night. And so we convinced our coach to like have us stop at like the nearest fast food place and just like chill out there for like a few hours before they'd get us back home.
That was always the worst, being at McDonald's and looking out and seeing a bus pull up, because I was like, oh my God, this is about to be the worst thing ever.
But I mean, it was one of those things of like the school didn't pay for it. We had to pay for it ourselves.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to take you to eat because we've been here for way too long, but we're not paying for anything. It's all on you guys.
Legally, we're required to feed you, but we're not going to pay for it.
We're not required to pay for it. You've been wanting me to play tennis with you.
Yes. Yes.
I am just going to like get my ass kicked nonstop.
I mean, I've not forgotten everything. I have lost a bit of what I learned.
Every time I look at if I watch people playing tennis or whatnot, I'm like, that is way too big of a court to be running back and forth on nonstop.
For singles, yeah.
Oh my God. Like, that's all you gotta do. If you wanted to beat me whenever we do actually play, hit it on one side, I'll run over and hit it. If you hit it on the other side, I'm walking over. I'm like, you win that point. I'm not running back over there.
I played with one of my friends recently and we did the exact same thing. Like it would go way over and like out of the court and I would just walk over and get it. Like I wasn't even going to make an effort to go and try and like hit that back.
It's not like we're trying to win a trophy here or anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's always been something I wanted to try because I know this is not comparable at all, but I used to be very good at badminton. Badminton?
You may be good, somewhat good at sports, but you suck at talking.
I do.
Aw.
I think what it is I thought about this.
Okay.
I think my brain is like, okay, here's the sentence we're going to say, but it feeds the words too fast to my mouth. And then my mouth and my tongue can't keep up with each other to produce the words. So it just gets all tangled up.
Okay, I feel like it happens to me too. Because like when I have a thought, my brain runs faster than my mouth could move.
Exactly. Yeah. And then I just trip up everything. And then I'm just like falling face first on the ground. And it's like, oh no, where am I going with this?
You had 30 years to learn how to talk.
Yeah. I don't even know how to fix that either.
It's more so just slowing down, I guess. Just training your brain to slow down.
Good luck with that.
Yep.
Where's my Adderall? That's the slow down juice. Is it Adderall?
For ADHD?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's I need that, please.
Maybe one day you could get officially diagnosed.
Ooh,
Same with me.
there you go. Wait, what do you mean you?
Because I think I have ADHD.
Do you? I don't think
It presents differently in women, for sure. That's why it's harder
okay.
to like diagnose women who have ADHD.
I definitely see it sometimes.
Thank you.
Like especially if we're out shopping or something somewhere. And you're like, okay, I need to find this, and then boom, you're onto something else. Look at this. Like, that's not what we're here for.
Stay on track.
Over here. But to just dive into this, we talked, I think 2 episodes ago about the hamster out for blood and trying to kill his owner.
Yes.
I think we're in the middle of a hamster revolution right now,
Uh-oh.
where now hamsters have set back a flight in Portugal for 4 days.
Oh, jeez.
Was it Portugal? Yeah, Portugal. For 4 days because they escaped on the plane, and there was 132 hamsters.
This isn't a passenger plane, right?
It was just a plane that was just carrying. It was a bunch of animals because they were going to a pet store.
So I'm reading the article now, and it says it featured a full plane of passengers, as well as hamsters, ferrets, and birds who were en route to a pet store.
So the hamsters get out, and they had to just keep it on the ground because they're like, we can't be flying with all these hamsters around. Now that we know that they can kill people,
So how did they know that all 132 hamsters are still in there? Because they have to have let the passengers out, right?
Exactly. So what if you're trying to find them and you're like, we have 120, we're missing 12.
Like, where the hell are they?
We can't fly until we can find these 12 hamsters.
That's when you go to another pet store and buy 12 hamsters, and there you go.
This is like a sequel to Snakes on a Plane.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
I haven't either.
It was one of those things that the premise was just so stupid.
Okay.
That I'm like, I can't see myself enjoying this at all.
I've always heard of that movie. I never actually made an effort to watch a trailer or anything for it.
It's literally just snakes on a plane.
On a plane. Thank you.
But this is what we need. Like, you have 132 hamsters on the plane. Now we need the snakes on the plane to find the hamsters.
I like how it says the plane was kept at the airport for safety reasons because the hamsters could pose a risk to the plane's electrical wires.
Yeah.
What about the people that are on that plane?
No, we're just now learning that the people are in danger. Back in the day, they were all innocent and we're like, oh yeah, we can handle these safely. Now you need a hazmat suit to carry a hamster, apparently.
So did they ever find them?
Oh, I don't know. Apparently it's still ongoing and they're just trying to figure it out. Because it said they spend 4 days. Imagine that's your job. You're getting paid to look for a hamster.
Would you like that job though? Like say you're on like the tarmac or whatever and just spend 4 days basically playing like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah, you're paying me. Let's go.
See, with that, I'd like make it last as long as I can. Just hide a hamster in my pocket. Like, oh, we're still missing one. Where is it?
Oh yeah. What, this not even one in your pocket. You don't even have to look for them. You just have to pretend that you're looking for them.
Make it last as long as possible.
Yeah, they had to like take a nap on the airplane floor because you're looking under the seats, and then you just take a little nap. You see me at the job we worked at where I will drag something out.
Yes.
Until the deadline.
I remember this one time where you completely forgot about a project.
I did, yes.
I reminded you, and I still remember the shocked look on your face at that, because you were known for like getting stuff done on time. You're basically known for being the more reliable person at that job, and so everyone would come to you for stuff.
I don't know how. Like,
I mean, knowing you now, I'm like, what the fuck did you do to like mesmerize these people to think you were reliable?
I don't even know what I did. I think all it was I just was able to fake it well.
That tracks.
When I turned in the projects I had to do and they were like all checked, or I found my own mistakes and I showed that I found my mistakes and was like, here's the things I found. Let's see if you find more. They're like, oh, he's very trustworthy and all this stuff. Meanwhile, I'm at my desk like watching YouTube, watching Netflix, like,
playing your cookie game.
playing my cookie clicker game. And then I got promoted out of all that
I
stuff.
don't know how. Because I remember our boss was like talking to me about it, and he was just like, so what do you think of this guy? Like, he's pretty raw. I'm like, sure, yeah, why not? At that point, I was like halfway done mentally with that job. I did not care.
It was one of those things of, I know this doesn't really matter too much, but we were given like 2 weeks to finish a project.
Mm-hmm.
I thought back whenever I was first hired that meant I have, from the time you give it to me, I have 2 weeks to give you it back. Come to find out towards the end of me working there, I'm like almost out the door, that they expected it between 2 and 3 days. But overall, if you have a bunch of projects, it can take up to 2 weeks of sitting. I'm like, oh. I've been spending a week and a half on this one thing when it was supposed to be done in 2 days.
Well, to be fair, it was more towards the end where we had all those jobs come in, where the standard was set 2 to 3 days of turnaround time. Because I remember when I started, I always thought, because that's how I was trained, of like, you get 2 weeks to do a project.
That's what I always thought, but apparently that's not what they meant by that.
Well, then be clear.
Exactly.
This is why okay, I probably shouldn't even say this, but this is why you are not as successful as you could have been.
Yeah.
To put it nicely.
Dude, at that job too, I would always just escape to the bathroom to play Stardew Valley on my phone.
Oh, I know.
So I would always time my time in the bathroom by that. Like, I knew 15 minutes was 1 day in Stardew. So whenever I went 3 days in the game, I'm like, oh, I've been away from my desk for 45 minutes. I need to get back.
It was towards the end where you put in your 2 weeks that you did not care. You were gone that one day for like 5 hours just talking to one of the other guys at work who was like in a different state.
Final 2 weeks, I barely did anything. I didn't have any more work, so I'm just like, why am I even in here? I think it was like the last 2 or 3 days, I was maybe in the office physically for about an hour. The rest of my time was just out walking outside and going on walks. It's like, oh, where's Mike? Oh, he's probably outside.
Good times.
Yeah, so to have this as a job of, hey, we're going to pay you, like, you're still going to get your pay, just go look for these hamsters. I will eat that job up. Like, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine coming home and they're like, how was your day at work? I looked for a hamster.
How did that go?
I didn't actually look, so I don't know where they are.
Oh, cool.
I could imagine if I had Stardew on my phone and I was given this role.
You would hide in like the bathroom of the plane just playing Stardew.
I would put the flashlight on the back of my phone to act like I'm using the phone as a flashlight, but playing Stardew on the front of it.
As you're walking around.
Yeah.
I can see that.
It's just crazy, like, seeing this article or hearing about this on the news. Like 3 weeks ago, I would have been like, aw, little hamsters running around. That's cute. Now, knowing what we know about them, I'm like, that's terrifying.
Mm-hmm. And it's not just hamsters, too.
What do you mean?
Because now squirrels are, like, developing some carnivorous behaviors, too.
What is going on with the rodents of today? Have they been hiding their cuteness? Like, not hiding. They've been hiding behind their cuteness, and now they're like, okay, guys, we need to attack now.
This has been going on long enough. We have to take over the world.
No longer will we be cute and fluffy.
Protest. So apparently there's a squirrel in California who's been hunting, killing, and then eating voles.
What is a vole?
I don't know. But apparently it's a rodent.
I'm looking it up. Aw, that thing is cute.
Picture, please.
Actually,
No, not cute.
no, I mean...
Oh, it looks like a little eradicate.
It does look like Eradicate. I was gonna say, speaking of hamsters, this looks like an outside hamster.
I could see that too.
So
It
yeah,
looks like a mole.
yeah, it has like mole feet, but like
Yeah.
on a hamster body.
A rat body. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So, like, what is going on? Because it's like, we've always known squirrels to eat like berries and seeds and whatever.
Acorns.
And acorns. But it's like, what happened to where they want to basically eat their own cousins, it looks like.
What? They can't be a desperation for food, right?
I mean, they're scavengers, right? So they just pick and see whatever the food they can get their hands on.
I've never seen. Do squirrels go through the trash?
I've never actually seen them do that.
No, I think they just go and find their acorns and collect them, and then that's all they do.
Yeah.
So then imagine like you see a squirrel running on an electrical line carrying a body of a rodent in its mouth.
I mean, and like people are now doing studies on this of like, why is this even happening? And apparently it's because the presence of humans and how many more humans there are outdoors is just changing their behavior.
So they're just turning to killing things.
I guess.
Now do we have to be afraid of walking underneath trees with squirrels in them? Like, are they going to jump from the top and like start clawing at your face and eating you?
I mean, I think they know with like the size difference between us and them, they can't be able to get us, so they attack things that are smaller than them.
But they have the numbers. If they have 10 of them and one of you.
Don't give them ideas. They might be listening.
I look out and I just see a squirrel on my balcony looking through the window, like his ear up against the thing.
It's like that one movie, The Crows.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
That's the movie, right?
I don't know.
Or am I thinking of something else? Like what? It's like a bunch of crows attacking people.
I don't know. The Birds?
The Birds, yes.
I've never seen that either, but I heard about it.
I've never seen it either. So now I'm just like, I don't know. It's just one of those things of like, how many more animals do you have to be afraid of?
Exactly. Like all these things that, like, I see squirrels all the time whenever I'm outside with the dog.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm going to be like, you're going to go for my jugular? Like, what are you about to do here, squirrel? Okay. So say you're walking outside and a squirrel jumps on you.
Okay.
What are you doing?
If a squirrel jumps on me,
and it starts attacking.
Try to like grab it by its tail and launch it.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Grab that thing by the tail, whip it around your head, and throw it as far as you can. You are now a flying squirrel.
Congratulations on your wings.
And then when they land and bounce off the ground, you just see them start doing that hop thing they do towards you and like running at you. Sir, boss, I can't come in. There's a squirrel waiting outside for me. He wants to attack.
That's like the few episodes we did with the lady feeding the raccoons.
Exactly, yeah.
What would you do if like a whole bunch of like animals just ganged up on you like that? Not just one species, but like squirrels and hamsters and fucking raccoons just all teamed up together.
A mob of animals working together to just take out humans. At that point, it's like, I can't outrun them. You can outrun the hamster, obviously. You can boot them across the ground.
Right.
But I feel like with squirrels and stuff, with how they can just jump up the trees, and I don't know how fast a squirrel is. I don't think I could catch one.
Yeah, I don't think I could either. Because they're like very observant, I guess would be the word.
I think so, yeah.
They're very like in tune with what's around them.
And then raccoons, I feel, are very, what's the word? Like sneaky. And they seem very like they can come up with something.
Calculating.
And, calculating and figure something out to get you. I don't trust you. It's just one of those things where I'm like, now the tables are turned where now we got to just be afraid of everything outside because who knows what it's going to do if it bites you.
And then like with the diseases they spread.
I think that's the biggest thing too. Yeah. Who knows? Like, I'm waiting for the news report where we're like, oh, a group of squirrels seen taking down a moose or something.
That's when you know, like, you should start moving somewhere else.
But squirrels are everywhere, all over the world.
And that's why you go to an island where there are no squirrels. And if there are, there's water all around you. Just yeet them into the ocean.
I feel like That's even worse.
Can they swim?
I don't. My knowledge about squirrels comes down to fluffy tail and running up trees
And acorns.
and acorns. Beginning and end of my knowledge of squirrels. I know they do that little tail thing whenever they're like trying to be aggressive.
You've seen a squirrel talk, right?
Talk?
Like they're squeaking.
Yeah, with the tail their tail like goes does whenever they like make a squeaky sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always so fun seeing that because I don't think I've actually seen a squirrel like squeak until like a few years ago.
Yeah, normally they're very silent.
Yeah.
I think I've seen one, it was like trying to yell at me or something to get away. Like it's trying to be intimidating. That's the only time I've ever seen one.
You think that's gonna work? Do you know how cute you are?
Well, now I know it's gonna go after me.
Now you know it's calculating something to kill you.
I think there's been reports in the past of people who got attacked by squirrels.
I feel like that happened, like rabbit squirrels.
Rabbit or just like some type of wrong place, wrong time with territorial things happening and they just lash out at someone.
Oh, true.
But even on top of that, I mean, I feel like we're just repeating ourselves, but with different stories every single week. We talked about the emus escaping in South Carolina with... I saw that look as I said that word. That's side-eye from you. And then the monkeys in the same state. Now we have a kangaroo on the loose in Texas.
Now, is this kangaroo like escaped from a zoo?
No, someone owned the kangaroo. Which
how do you own a kangaroo in
how
Texas?
do you own a kangaroo?
How do you get one here? Unless you like smuggled one in.
Could you imagine going to the zoo and be like, I would like to buy one kangaroo,
I would
please.
like to buy one kangaroo, please.
And talk about terrifying too. Like kangaroo is up there of animals you don't want to fuck with.
No, especially male kangaroos who are just like coming up into adulthood.
Oh yeah,
and they have all this like anger.
Have you ever seen the videos? I think I may have shown you one with the guy punching the kangaroo in the face.
I think I've seen that. Yeah.
Which happens apparently a lot. Of Australians punch the shit out of kangaroos all the time. But imagine like we talked about this with when the zebras escaped here.
Oh, right. I forget that even happened.
Every time I bring it up, you're like, oh yeah. But imagine that, but you're just walking around on a trail or something, and then there's just a kangaroo up in the front of you. Like,
not even that. Like, imagine you're hiking up a trail and there's a kangaroo just hopping towards you.
What do you do in that situation?
I feel like for me, I would just freeze. Like, I wouldn't know what to do.
I wouldn't either. It's like, I don't want to get attacked or choked out or kicked in the chest.
Just get winded by a kangaroo.
What a story you'd have for people when you go back to work.
Yeah, really. I mean, okay, so this kangaroo, so it's a family in Texas who had a kangaroo as a pet, and it just escaped one day by pushing a gate open and hopping a fence. This kangaroo is 5 feet tall. It's as tall as me. So that's a small kangaroo compared to a human.
That is true. When you put it into that perspective.
Like an average 6 foot tall man can like
just grab the kangaroo.
Grab it by the neck and like
The funniest part too is they say, oh, it hopped the fence. Yeah. What do kangaroos do? They hop, Susan.
That's why you don't have kangaroos around here.
Or you put a fence over the area. Or not a roof over the fence so they can't hop over it.
Exactly, yeah.
It's like having a pet bird and you only have it's fenced off in your yard, but you don't have a roof over the fence. It's like, how did my bird fly away? I have a fence up.
Are kangaroos even legal to own here? I remember looking stuff up like this at work of like what exotic animals are legal to own in Washington.
What did you find?
I kind of forget, but I know like capybara is on there.
They are legal?
I think so, yeah.
That sounds right. I know like a hedgehog is illegal in most states, but they are legal some places.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted a hedgehog back in the day.
Oh, was your name Sonic?
Yeah, you cannot get a hedgehog and not name him Sonic.
Exactly.
Or Sanic.
Sanic?
You never seen those memes?
No.
Sanic the hedgehog.
No. So you can own a few animals with the proper license.
Such as?
A frilled lizard, a ball python, a chipmunk, a gecko, wild rabbits,
Isn't it with the chipmunk? You can just go outside and just grab one. You are my pet now.
But apparently it says from the wild. Like you can't just grab one. It has to be
Oh.
like bought from a pet store, I guess.
Weird.
Yeah. A chinchilla.
My brother had one of those.
Really?
Yeah.
Aw.
They are messy.
No. So you can't own a wolf in Washington, but you could own a wolf dog,
Whoa, okay.
which is just a hybrid of a domestic dog and a wild wolf.
Have you ever seen people who own like a wolf or wolf dog? Those things are massive.
Wolf dog?
I knew it. I knew it.
I was waiting for it.
You set me up. How dare you? Like there's how I say with spiders, how there's like a size thing with spiders before it's just no thank you. Same goes for dogs. When a dog is almost up to your shoulders, it's just like
So you wouldn't own a Great Dane?
no, I can't handle that. That's too big.
Which is funny because I saw some girl who like licensed a Great Dane as a service pet
I was gonna bring that up too.
and brought it on a plane, and people were so mad about it. And it's just one of those things of like, when is it too much? Like where is the line of like, this animal should not be a service pet?
And is it one of those things where it's just you just slapped on the service vet or pet's harness and that's all it is?
Probably, yeah.
No, I agree. Like it's one of those things where if it's gonna be a service pet, it needs to be a specific breed. Like only these breeds can be service pets.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you're on a flight and you just see this fucking Great Dane just walking on. And you're like, who brought this mini horse onto the plane? And like to go back to what you were saying, there used to be this event in Pittsburgh called Little Italy Days.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going once, and there's this tiny lady, maybe about your height.
Thanks.
And and she had this massive dog, like beyond huge dog. Like I don't even know what breed it was, but I'm just like, holy hell, that thing is terrifying. If that thing decided to run, she couldn't stop it because of how small she was and how big the dog was. That's my biggest thing is like with my dog, he's small, I can control him.
Yeah.
When you get bigger than that, you can't control it if you wanted to.
Exactly. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like even like a pit bull.
Yeah.
My brother had one or has one.
Oh, really?
And whenever I went to help him move from Arizona back up to Pennsylvania, he was at work, so I took his pit bull out for a walk and didn't realize how stubborn pit bulls are. And they don't want to listen to you because they don't have to.
Right.
So I'm trying to drag this dog to the apartment and this was like, I can just stand here like a boulder and you're not going to move me. So I had to go over and pick up this dog, which was the heaviest mass of object in this world. Just pure muscle picking it up. And it's just like, I don't want to go, and like trying to push himself back down to the ground.
How are you? I mean, I guess it was your brother's, but I would have been like, it's a pit bull. I'm not going to even get near it.
No, this thing's very lovey.
Okay.
Very friendly.
Aw.
When did all that start?
I don't know.
The whole notion of like bulldogs and pit bulls. Oh, he had a bulldog. Sorry, not a pit bull.
Oh, okay.
I always get those two confused until I say them back to back. He had a bulldog, yeah, so it was very short and very muscular. But no, yeah, it's like, yeah, obviously people use these dogs for dog fighting.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they're all bad.
No, but it is in their internal nature to like be more aggressive than most other breeds.
Aggressive.
Thanks.
Take it back to high school days. I guess. I don't know. I've been around several pit bulls before and they were normal dogs.
Right.
You can't stereotype them all into the same category.
So, going back to this whole kangaroo thing, it's legal to own one here in Washington too.
Let's buy a kangaroo.
Let's do it.
The Intersint mascot.
But you have to have a permit for it.
Oh, that can't be that hard.
No, let's do it. Let's try.
I'm now looking it up. If you had to take a guess, how much would it cost to buy a kangaroo?
$15,000.
You went really high up there. Surprisingly, I was thinking about the same thing. They are not that high.
$100.
I wish. That'd be nice. They're between $1,500 and $8,000.
See, that's not too bad because you'd really just have to save up for like what? 1 payday, 2 paydays?
That is on the low end of that kangaroo. That is the price of a phone. that you just spent on your iPhone.
That's true.
But I don't know how accurate that is because I'm looking at a different site right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's saying it's 2,500 to 7,000. So that is pretty close. It still falls in that range.
Interesting.
I wonder what makes one kangaroo more expensive than another.
Gender, probably.
I guess.
It's build.
It's fur color. I'm on this site too, and it's next to each one. They all have different names, like Timmy and Lillian. But there's some that's like Lenny. But then next on his name, it says sold out. It's only one of one. There is no sold out. You could just say it's sold.
Have multiple Lennys.
Yeah, how many Lennys do you have that you sold out of? Are you cloning
I would
them?
like one Lenny, please.
Give me 2 Lennys and 1 Timmy.
Sorry, Lenny is on back order.
We will notify you when we get more in stock.
What is the difference between a Lenny and a Timmy?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Why is one? How mad would you be if you're like, how am I getting sold for 1,500, but that motherfucker over there is getting sold for 2,000? What makes him more pricey than me? I can hop. I can
hop.
I can do the kiki thing with bouncing on my tail. I don't know what else kangaroos do. Kangaroos facts and squirrel facts. Don't know much. You hop, you choke things, you drown them, and then you look like a deer that is mixed with a T-Rex. That's the few things I know about them.
Yay. You can write a book.
What I know about kangaroos. It is 5 pages long.
It's a children's bedtime story.
How hard would that be?
To writing a bedtime story?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a kid. You could just write up any bullshit you want and market it towards a child.
Did you see they made a kid's story about the Cybertruck?
No.
Oh my god. This thing is pretty much...
Send it over.
I'll have to find it. But it is talking about how, from a kid's perspective, how their parents bought a Cybertruck and how they keep getting made fun of for having the Cybertruck. And then by the end of the story is, oh, but I guess... people are just jealous of things they can't have, and our Cybertruck's actually really cool. And
was this shit written by Elon?
Yeah, exactly. Was this written by Tesla?
Oh.
Or just some really mad Cybertruck owner who's like, my truck's cool. I'm going to make a kid's book to show all the kids how cool I am. I just saw one the other day driving somewhere, and it's raining. I'm like, sir, you're avoiding your warranty by driving this in the rain right now. Your truck's gonna break down. Watch out. You can't get it wet.
It just goes back to like one of those things of like, and I saw this online where it's like male monkeys with like the loudest and deepest like calls, or like say with like proboscis monkeys, if you've seen those, like they have like giant ass noses.
Oh yeah.
They have scientifically like the smallest dicks. And some girl comments, so this furthers my proof that men with bigger trucks have small penises.
100%.
I was dying at that.
Whenever I was on a lunch break once and I'm walking outside at work, this guy in this fucking massive monster truck looking thing, like more than just a race truck, it was raised with these giant tires with like a giant fucking spoiler in the back of the truck, goes by, and we made eye contact, and I visibly laughed at him when he drove by. And it was just one of those things, you've been around me when I've done it, where it's just I laugh without wanting to, like it just comes out.
Yep.
And it's not the most appropriate time to laugh, and it just, I can't help it. And he just looks so mad, and all I could think of, oh man, your poor wife, if you have one.
Yeah.
I understand the whole truck thing from a perspective of needing it for work.
Yeah. Like, say if you have like a landscape job or like whatever job that you need a bigger truck for, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you're using it to compensate for something...
Well, I think there's a certain point where you know it's not for work anymore. And then it's like, okay, boy. Boy, why did I say boy?
You like for the sound or something?
Oh, yeah. I was like, wait, why the fuck did I just say that? Okay, boy.
Okay, boy.
Listen here, boy. I don't know what's going on with me today.
Sometimes you say the weirdest shit.
I know. I don't understand why. Sometimes it's just one of those things that I'm just committing to whatever is going on in my brain, and it's just like, wait, where did that come from? Sometimes my own voice throws me off on what I'm saying. But we had another animal thing, but
We're too animaled out.
we're getting close to the end, and I'm like, I really want to cover this last thing. The drink, Liquid Death, has decided to collaborate with Depends diapers. I'm plugging up all over the place here.
What the fuck? I'll take over. Liquid Death has collaborated with Depends adult diapers
Yep.
to create a leather mosh pit diaper that lets you basically pee or shit yourself at a show.
Without having to go to the bathroom.
Exactly.
And possibly go and miss part of the show.
Or lose your spot in the show.
Yes.
So this all started when some girl was at a Sabrina Carpenter concert.
Yep.
And she was at a prime spot, like basically at the stage to see her. And just started like peeing right there.
Yes.
Like she just squatted down and just started peeing.
She squatted down, took off her underwear, and then peed. Just right there.
What would you do if you were right next to her?
I was going to ask you the same. Like, I was thinking, imagine at Enter Shikari, the person next to us just starts peeing on the floor.
I would either climb up on the gate, because we were at the front. I would just like climb up the gate.
It's like, I'm sitting on this other side of the gate now. Yeah, really. What do you do? And even for that lady, now you're just standing in your pee because you didn't want to leave your spot.
Exactly.
Is that worth it at that point? I don't think so.
Is it worth it even wearing one of these two? Because you're just feeling it, right?
That first off, I want to say I commend her in a sense because I couldn't pee in front of a crowd of people.
Not like that, no.
If I'm at the stall and I know there's someone waiting for me, it takes me a good 6 minutes because I'm like, I can't get it out to go to the bathroom. I'm just too nervous. Does that happen for women?
It does, yes. If somebody, for me at least, like somebody comes in and like 5 other stalls are empty and this bitch decides to come in the stall next to me, I will just sit there holding it all in until they leave.
I'm so glad it's something else that women do too. Because I was at a concert once, and this was like going to the concert or going to the bathroom before the show starts so that I don't have to worry about it later. So many people in there waiting to go. I'm standing at the stall and I'm just like squeezing as hard as I can to go. And it's just not coming out. And then I'm panicking because like people are like flushing next to me and they're done and more people are coming through. And like, I'm still standing here and I'm looking like the weird guy now, not moving. I don't know why it's so complicated. At least for you, you're hidden. There's no one around you.
That is true. I've never actually thought about it like that.
Guys have your whole backside open to everyone. We're out in the open.
Like animals.
You're like a cat. You have your nice little box that you hide into that no one sees you. But imagine, because they say for mosh pit, clearly Sabrina Carpenter, there's no mosh pit.
No.
But imagine
I know where you're going with this.
Someone throwing down in the middle of the pit, and then you just see like it spraying out from their diaper. It's coating everyone.
All the more reason to stay away from mosh pits.
Not even that. Think about all the crowd surfers.
Oh.
And one guy decides to go crowd surfing wearing the diaper.
No.
If we ever go to a show and there's someone wearing one of these fucking things, we are staying the fuck away from that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Where are you standing? We're going to be over here away from all this.
See, now there should be like a separate section for people who want to wear those.
The diaper section.
They can cover each other. They can cover each other.
This just sounds like a whole new fetish, like about to blow up.
This thing is $75. Would you spend $75 on shit like this?
No. Why? Why would I?
Because I could just go to Walgreens right now and get a whole pack of them for like $20.
And is this thing even washable?
Oh, true.
Because it's a faux leather one. Or is it just a casing that you put other things inside?
Like, is it a casing where you could just like button up a diaper inside
You
it?
buy refills for the thing.
Refills.
Imagine there's a break in the concert and you see someone come in, pull down their diaper, take out the inside, throw it away, and put a new one in, like go walking out. How did we reach this point in society where we're just openly wearing diapers to concerts now?
This has to be like a Gen Alpha thing.
I
Because you and I would have sucked it up.
what?
Like, either held it as long as the show went on, or lose that spot that you had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that was just like the part of the show, like making that sacrifice.
It is, you hold it until you can't anymore, and then you just leave when it gets too bad.
Mm-hmm.
We've been at the movies, and you've had to leave to go to the bathroom.
Because I've made the mistake of having a soda.
And it was funny because you went and did that. Meanwhile, I'm suffering because I'm holding it in so bad. I'm like, but I don't want to miss the movie. Although I did feel bad that you had to miss part of it.
But like this article said it's sold out like within a few minutes of it going online. Who is buying this?
I could see someone buying this for the novelty.
I could see that too.
Or it would make a funny Halloween costume. But is it very surprising that the company that just put water into a can and has made $1 million is now making a leather diaper to then sell?
I'm on the website now, and I'm looking at this. This is the type of shit I would wear if I was on my period. I'm not shocked that it's marketed to men.
This is 100% just a woman's pad inside of a leather belt.
I could do this.
Oh man, if we ever hung out, you just showed up wearing the sumo belt thing.
Oh, do you want to watch the commercial?
There's a commercial?
That's a commercial. Go on their website.
What the fuck are we watching right now?
Why does this sound like an OxyClean commercial?
I would love to see Billy Mays doing this. Billy Mays here for the pit diaper. This is hilarious. And I love how it's like, oh, you can wear it and no one's going to know what you have on. Everyone's going to know what you have on. Like, you can't hide that.
It's a giant, big, fat ass.
So you're pretty much spending $75 just for the holder of the pad. Just buy the pad at that point.
And put it in your underwear.
Yeah. And then it will be concealed. No one will know you have it.
Exactly.
And I love all the reviews on this too. Everyone's giving it 5 stars. One is 10/10 would piss again. You gotta hand it to them. These people are very clever at marketing.
Yeah.
If you're able to sell overpriced water to people just because it's in a can, this does not shock me at all that you can sell this item.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, because like Liquid Death is now like sponsoring all these shows now.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Because when I went to When We Were Young, the only water that was available was Liquid Death.
Let's just have the Liquid Death Warp Tour.
Ooh.
Not the Vans Warp Tour anymore. Liquid Death by it.
That's not a bad idea.
I know.
Money to actually throw a good Warp Tour.
We're done with Vans. They can't give us what we want. So we're going to Liquid Death now. So I guess the question comes down. Would you buy these?
No.
That's so quick.
No. Would you buy these?
No, I would just buy it and put it into my underwear, like the pad itself.
Exactly.
And I'm not at that age yet where I need to worry about this thing.
We will get there.
I get that I'm close.
Yeah, but then like at that point, why are you at a show? Why aren't you in bed?
Old people can go to shows.
They can, but it's like, have you seen when like the headliner is up?
What do you mean?
It's like all these openers are like at 7, 8 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
And the headliner doesn't go on until 11. That's my bedtime, sir.
That's why it's so funny when we go to shows like Intersint and stuff. And even Blink-182, you didn't get home until 1 and 2 in the morning, I think.
Yeah.
And, like, you should have been in bed 7 hours ago and you're still here.
How are you awake?
Hey, I do respect that you're able to do that all the time.
What do you mean?
9:30 hits and you're like, I'm off to bed. And me, I'm like, 9:30 hits? Cool, I'm going to start getting ready for bed. Oh, it's 12:30 already. How did that happen?
Oops. I mean, in a sense, it's because, and we've talked about this off the podcast of how much of a night owl you are.
Yeah.
I'm not. I go to bed at 9:30 at night, but I wake up at 4 in the morning.
That is true. That's the downside to it.
Yeah. Like, I'm more of a morning person just because there's no one to really bother you
In the morning?
who's awake in the morning. So you could just get up and, like, get a lot done because no one's there to talk to you.
But that's the same for me. I can get so much done at night because everyone's sleeping.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But I mean, I feel like there are more night owls than there are early risers.
Early people risers.
Early people risers.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Actually, I know more people who wake up earlier than I do than go to bed late.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone at work is like, oh yeah, I went to bed at like 8:30 last night. I can't believe I stayed up so late. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Late for me is like 11:30. I could do 10. 10 is fine. 10:30 is pushing it. But like as it starts getting to 11, I'm like, I can't stay up.
I can't keep my eyes open anymore. I hit that point about 2 in the morning and I'm like, I probably should get to bed because I'm tired.
Yeah, because then you wake up at like 5 in the morning to get to work.
Yeah.
How do you survive all 3 hours of sleep? I would like to know.
I get asked this a lot at work because there's times when I go in and I'm like, I'm just worrying, like, I didn't get to bed until like 1:30 last night. I'm like, what time did you get up? 5. How are you here right now? I am here physically, not mentally.
You wanted me here, I am here. Are you going to get any work done? No.
Exactly. Oh boy. So I guess anyone out there going to a concert, be sure to put your pads on.
Get your diaper up.
To get your diaper.
I'm a big kid now.
I would love for a band to start with that as their opener. Get those diapers up in the air.
I feel like Death Clock would do that.
I was about to do the murder or
Do it.
No, I don't. I've always tried to figure out how he does that. Even a guy at work can do that voice. I'm like, how do you do that? Teach me how to do that. And he's like, I don't know. I just do it. I'm like, damn it. I want to learn how to talk like that. Anyways, we need to wrap up.
Get the diapers on the floor. Get the diapers on the floor.
1, bladder's really full. 2, bladder's really full. 3, bladder's really full. Ah! Fill the diapers to the top. Fill the diapers to the top. Fill the diapers to the top. I want to do a whole parody of that song now.
We should. Let's do it.
Drinking one more. Can't hold much more. See what you started.
I didn't start anything.
All right, we need to go. Okay.
Yes, we do.
Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe. If you liked everything, go follow our YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram.
My Instagram.
Over at Intersint Pod for everything. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Bye.